So today we are starting with median. So median is another form of central tendency. So as I have discussed with you in earlier lectures, that if we want to if we want to show data to somebody, if we want to represent the results of our previous observations, maybe sales, maybe marks or whatsoever, we do not show the whole data to anybody. We just show a central figure, a single value which can represent the whole data. So mean was one of the way to represent the data. Now the second way which we are going to discuss here is median. So let us first understand what is median. See, so median is one of the measure of central tendencies which represent a data set. So the purpose of median is to represent a data set, right? So in case of mean, the central value is derived by considering the whole data. So in mean, what we used to do, we used to take whole data into consideration. The formula was sum of observation divided by number of observation. But here in median, we do not take the whole data set into consideration if I want to show a value. But here I will just show a central value. I will show a midpoint value, right? So median, in other words, it is a positional value. So the concept of median is quite different from mean. In case of mean, we used to take the whole data into consideration, but in case of median, we just consider one value, so that one value can be any positional value, any central value. So here position represents the place of a value in the distribution. So usually median is the middle value, central value, mid value. Okay. So now how to calculate median? Now again we have three series in median, just like mean: individual series, discrete series, and continuous series. So now we will understand one by one how to calculate median in these three series, right? So first is individual series. As you know that individual series is a series where only certain observations are given to you, like the marks of the students, the wages of the workers, that's it, nothing else, right? So here, now how we will calculate it. So let's understand the steps, right? So what are the steps to calculate median under individual series? So the first step is arrange the data into ascending or descending order. So the first step we have is arrange the whole data into ascending or descending order, right? Then we have, now there are formulas. There following formulas can be applied to calculate median. So if n is odd, if the number of observations are odd, for example, there are 7 observations, there are 9 observations, there are 11 observations. So if number of observations are odd, the formula would be n plus 1 divided by 2th term, observation or term. But if n is even, it means if the number of observation is maybe 8, maybe 10, maybe 12, any even number of observation, then there would be two mid values, right? So the formula would be n by 2th observation and n by 2 plus 1th observation, right? So it is quite simple logical that, for example, if the number of observations are 9, so the mid value would be 5. If it is 11, then the mid value would be different, 6. So it depends. So in case of odd number of observation, there would be just one median. But in case of even number of values, so for example 10, so we have to take both 5 and 6 as middle values, right? So in case of odd number of observation, there would be one median, but in case of even number of observation, there would be two mid values, right? So now let us understand the concept of median in case of individual series with the help of an example. So here I have taken two series. These two series I have, right? So in case of series 1, there are how many observations? 22, 18, 17, 13 and 19. So we have 5 observations. So here number of observations are 5. So what was the first step? First step was arrange the data into ascending or descending order. In any order you can arrange, right? So first we know that number of observations are odd, 5 observations are there. So now we have arranged the data into ascending order. So 13, 17, 18, 19 and 22. So I have changed the data into ascending order. Now as the number of observations are odd, right? So there would be only one middle value. So here what formula I will apply? N plus 1 by 2th observation. So here n is 5, right? So 5 plus 1 divided by 2th observation, it means 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So this is third observation. So what is the third observation? Third observation we see in this arranged data. So 13 is first observation, 17 is second observation and 18 is third observation. So the median in this case is 18, right? So now we have second data set. So this is our second data set. So the first step would remain same. I will arrange the data into ascending or descending order as suitable for you. So here I have arranged the data in ascending order. So this is 17, 20, 22, 24, 27 and 30, right? So here number of observations are 6, right? So it is an even number, okay? So if you have even number, then median, there would be two medians, okay? So the formula would be n by 2th observation and n by 2 plus 1th observation, right? So n is 6 here. So 6 by 2 and 6 by 2 plus 1. So 6 by 2 becomes third observation and 6 by 2 plus 1, yani ki, it means 3 plus 1, 4. Fourth observation. So we have two median values, third observation and fourth observation. So now I will see what are two values. So third and fourth observation is 17 is first observation, 20 is second observation, and here 22 and 24. These are third and fourth observations, right? So we have two middle values, 22 and 24, okay? But median would be 1. So to calculate median, what I am going to do here is I will add it up. 22 plus 24 divided by 2. I will calculate its average. So 22 plus 24 divided by 2, it becomes 23. So this is how we calculate median in case the number of observations are even. So this is the first set of median under individual series. So now we are starting with the second set of series, that is discrete series, and we'll calculate median through discrete series, in discrete series, right? So as we know that what is discrete series, in discrete series there are two set of observations. As in individual series there was just one set of observation, for example just marks or just wages. But in discrete series, when the data is little bit huge, so in that case we have two series, two observations. So first is the number of maybe workers, students or whatsoever, and second is frequency. So we have two observations here. First is number of people or whatever you are trying to check, and second is frequency, right? So let us first understand that how do we calculate median in discrete series. So in case of discrete series, we have observation x1, x2 up to xn with their respective frequency f1, f2 up to fn, which is frequency, right? And summation of f is always n. Summation of frequency is n. So to calculate median, the formula which we apply in discrete series is n plus 1 divided by 2. So this is the formula which we apply in discrete series, n plus 1 by 2th term. So here there is no need to see whether the observations are odd or even. That we see only in individual series. Here we don't have to see if the number of observations are odd or even. Here we directly solve the question. Okay. So these are the steps. So the first step is prepare a cumulative frequency. First we need to calculate CF. Then we will calculate n plus 1 by 2 observation. And these steps we use in case of continuous series. We'll just solve it first and then we will see how to do it. Okay. So here we are. So this is the question. X is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. And frequency is 1, 5, 12, 20, 19, 9 and 4. Okay. So first we will calculate CF from this frequency. So this is 1. Second is 1 plus 5. This second frequency we will add here. So 1 plus 5 is 6. Then this 6 plus 12. Okay. So 6 plus 12. This becomes 18. Then there is 18 plus 20. It becomes 38. Then 38 plus 19. It becomes 57. Then 57 plus 9. This becomes 66. Then we have 66 plus 4. This is 70. So this final value of CF and N is always same. This is 70 and this is also 70. Okay. Now we need to calculate median. So for median, the formula is n plus 1 divided by 2. So here n is 70 plus 1. So 70 plus 1 is 71. So this is 71 by 2. So here we get 71 by 2 is 35.5. Right. So this is what we have got till now. So here we have to see the third step. So what is the third step? Find the CF which is greater than or equal to n plus 1 by 2. So now I have to find a value in CF, in cumulative frequency, which is greater than or equal to n plus 1 by 2. So I need to find a value which is greater than or equal to 35.5. So what is the value which is greater than or equal to, right? So we have 18 here, which is less than 35.5, and we have another value 38, which is greater than 35.5. So I will pick this value, this interval. Okay. Here. So now how we will calculate median? So here on observing CF, it has been identified that 38 is the value which is greater than 35.5 and the corresponding value of X is 40. So what is median here? Median is 40. We will not pick median from frequency or CF. We will pick median from X only. So here the corresponding value of 38 is 40. So here in this question, median is 40. So the third set of series is continuous series, and now we are calculating median in continuous series. So the formula in all the three series is quite different from each other. So now let us understand the steps first. So in case of continuous series, median is calculated by n by tooth observation. Okay. So first we need to calculate n by tooth observation. Here n is sigma f, and we follow the following steps. So these steps I'm skipping for now. I'll just start with the question so that you can understand. Okay. So these steps we'll discuss simultaneously. So here we have the question with us. So you can see in the question that the marks of 100 students in a certain exam is given below. So the here we have 100 students. So it is a large data set. So that's why we use continuous series. Whenever your data is very huge, you should use continuous series. If data is very small, you can use individual. If it is medium sized data, you can use discrete series. But if the data is very huge, then you should use continuous series. So here we have marks of 100 students. So instead of writing marks of 100 students, we will just compress the data and we will make it in the form of continuous series. Okay. So here marks is 0 to 10. How many students secured marks between 0 to 10? 10 students. How many students secured marks between 10 to 20? 9 students. How many students secured marks between 20 to 30? 25 students. 30 to 40, 30 students. 40 to 50, 16 students. And 50 to 60, marks between 50 to 60 are secured by 10 students. Okay. So this is given to us. Class interval and frequency. This is given to us. So the first step is calculate CF. Okay. So here you can see the first step is prepare cumulative frequency distribution. So now I will find CF from this frequency. How we calculate CF? So first is 10. This 10 I am taking directly from here. 10. Then next is 10 plus 9. This 9. Okay. So 10 plus 9 is 19. So what is this? 10 plus 9, 19. These are the marks secured by, marks less than 20. How many students secured marks less than 20? 19 students. Here, how many students secured marks less than 10? 10 students. Similarly, how many students secured marks less than 30? So how we will calculate it? This 19 plus this 25. Okay. 19 plus 25, and it is 44. So how many students secured marks less than 30? 44 students. Similarly, marks less than 40. This less than I'm writing just to explain what is the meaning of CF. Okay. It is not required in the question. I'm just explaining you why, how CF is calculated and what is the meaning of cumulative frequency. Okay. So here 44 plus 30. It is 74. Then marks less than 50. So for less than 50, it is 74 plus 16. So it becomes 90. Less than 60, 90 plus 10, it becomes 100. So you will see that this last CF and this sum of frequency is same, and it is called N. Okay. So this is the first step. First step was to calculate CF. Now what is the second step? Here we can see second is calculate N by tooth observation. So what is n by 2? N is 100. We have to calculate n by 2th observation. So n is 100, this last CF, okay? Or this summation of frequency. We call it n. So this is 100 by 2th observation and it becomes 50th observation. 50th observation. So now what we have to do after this, we have to find a value in this CF which is, less than or equal to, sorry, greater than, not less than, I'm so sorry. So we have to find a value which is greater than or equal to 50. So here, see here, 10, it is less than 50, so we cannot take it. Then it is 19, it is also less than 50. Then we have 44, it is also less than 50. Now we have 74, it is greater than 50. So we have to find a value which is greater than or equal to 50. Okay, I'll just write it here. We have to find a value in CF which is greater than or equal to 50, right? So here we have the value which is 74. So we call it median class. Okay, this is called median class. Now what next I need to do? So here we take CF 74. Okay, then I need to find a frequency. So what frequency I will pick? Okay, sorry, no, just a second please. So this is, we have to find a value which is greater than equal to 50, but I cannot take this 74 as CF. I have to take the value which is below 74. So I will take 44. Frequency, I will take this one, 30 of the median class. And L1 is lower limit. So lower limit we will also take from median class only. So this is 30. Again, L1 is 30. And H is the class interval. Class interval we will also take of median class only. So here class interval is same in all the observations, but in certain cases this class interval may vary. That's why we particularly mention that only take class interval of the median class, right? So here I am taking 10. So I'll just repeat one more time. So here first what we have done, we have calculated n by 2th observation. So n by 2 is, n is 100, so 100 by 2th observation, so it comes 50. So we have to find a value which is greater than or equal to 50. So 74 out of CF. So 74 is the value which is greater than 50. Now this is our median class. Okay, so this is the median class. For CF we take the value which is above median class. So we took 44. Here I have written 44. Frequency I will take of median class, that is 30, and L1 also of median class, that is 30, and class interval we will also take from median class only. So class interval here is 30 to 40, class interval is 10. So we always take class interval of the median class only, not of any other observation. Okay. Now next step is to apply the formula of median. So here we have the formula of median. So the formula of median is L1 plus n by 2 minus CF divided by frequency into H. Now I just have to put these values in this formula. So first is L1, L1 is 30. Now n by 2 minus CF. So n by 2 is 50, which we have calculated already. 50 minus CF is 44. This 44 we will take, divided by F is, here F is 30. So I will write 30 here, and into H. H is 10. So now we will just calculate median. So 30 plus 50 minus 44 is 6, and this 30 and 10 will cancel out. So we have 3 here. So 6 by 3 is 2. So the median is 32 here. So this is how we have calculated median. Now we will do one more question of median. This question is slightly different from the previous question. So here you can see in the question, we are given mid values. Okay, we are not given class interval. We are given mid values and frequency. Okay, so we are given x. We can call it x, and we are also given frequency f. Now from this mid value, we have to calculate class interval. So the mid value you can see here is 115. So we have to see what would be, the class interval for a mid value which is 115. So 110 to 120. This can be the class interval for 115. Okay. So we can also, try it through hit and trial method also, because this is very simple. So you can easily calculate in certain cases where, maybe it is in decimal or something. There you have to see it through hit and trial method. So 125, we can take it 120 to 130. Then this is 130 to 140. 140 to 150, 150 to 160, 160 to 170, 170 to 180, 180 to 190, 190 to 200. Okay. So this is how we have calculated class interval. Now I will calculate CF. So CF is again, this is less than 120, less than 130, less than 140. And now I will calculate CF. So 6, then next is 6 plus 25, it is 31. Next is 31 plus 48, it is 79. This is 79. Then we have 79 plus 72, it becomes 151. Then we have 151 plus 116, this is 267. Then we have 267 plus 60, we get 327. Then 327 plus 38, it becomes 365. Then we have 365 plus 22, it is 387. 387 plus 3 is 390. So we got it, CF. So this last CF 390, and this summation of frequency is always same, and we also call it n, right? So now the first step is calculate n by 2. So this is 390 by 2th observation. 390 is n, this is n. 390 by 2 is 195. Now I have to find a value in CF. Find a value in CF which is greater than or equal to 195. Okay. So here we see 31 is less, 151 is less, and 267. So this 267 is greater than 195. So this is our median class. Okay. This is our median class. Now we have to find values to apply in the formula. So CF would be above the median class. So the CF would be 151. Okay. So here CF is 151. Frequency we will take from median class only. So this is 116. 116. L1 again from median class. So this is 150. L1 is 150. And H class interval from median class. This is 10. Now we will apply these values into the formula of median. So we have the formula for median, that is L1 plus n by 2 minus CF upon F into H. So we have L1 is 150. Then n by 2 minus CF. So n by 2 is 195 minus CF is 151 divided by frequency is 116 into H is 10. So now we will just solve it. So this is 150, 195 minus 151 upon 116 into 10, we get 3.79. So 150 plus 3.79 is 153.79. So this is the median for the question.